Okay, great. All right. Daf, Yud Gimel. I'm an Aleph. Bechoros. Either of those points. Here we go. Daf. Whatever you want. Somebody here just for the show. Okay. Daf Yud Gimel. I'm an Aleph. From the Mishnah. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Yeah, welcome back. Lady Friedman is in the house. Okay. Lady, we're on Daf Gimel, where we left off. We waited for you. Daf Yud Gimel Amud Aleph, says the Mishnah. About 8 lines from the top. Lo Ratza Livdoso, if you didn't want to go through the Pidyon, Petra Chamor, you didn't want to set aside, designate a set on the side, Orfo Me'achara Bekovro. So you have to kill it, chop its head off from the back, and bury it. That would follow the Shita that it is also Bahara. Yep. Okay, now the Mishnah says some general statements. Once we started this, Mitzvahs HaPediyah Kodemes LeMitzvahs Arifa. Shenemar im lo tifte v'arafto. Really, first you should be paided. If not, then you have the ability to do a rifa. Now, a few other general ones. Mitzvahs yeida kodemes mitzvahs hapediyah. Yeah, yeida is when you have an ama ivriya, and when her time is up or before her time is up, you have a mitzvah to either marry her or to set her free. She sets herself free with the money that she has. The mitzvah is to be meyayed her, to marry her, or either you or your son. Kodemes l'mitzvah sapediyah. Shenemar asher lo yada vehefda. One that decides not to do yud, so then vehefda. Then she has to be niftis. Mitzvahs hayibum, Kodemes l'mitzvahs chalitza barishona. Sheyu miskavim l'shem mitzvah. Originally, really, the mitzvah of yibum came before the mitzvah of chalitza. But nowadays, when you're not miskaven l'shem mitzvah, rather you want to marry her either for her beauty or for her wealth. Amru mitzvah chalitza kodemis l'mitzvah yibum. So Chazal instituted that chalitza should really come before mitzvah yibum. Next, mitzvah hageula be'adon hu kodem l'kol adam. Rashi says, "B'matfis behema tmea lebedek habayis." You're a makdish behema tmea for bedek habayis. You have the mitzvah to be paided before anyone else. Taisus here says it's a pasuk. In other places he quotes that they say that the reason is because when the Adon is podeh out of Hekdesh, so he has to add a fifth. So when he adds a fifth, so Hekdesh benefits more. If somebody else from the outside comes to redeem this animal, they just redeem it at its value. So Hekdesh just makes its value. So therefore Chazal preferred that the Adon himself is podeh this behema. Shenemar im ve'im lo yigal. If you're not goel it, if you don't redeem it, then kar be'erekecha. So then sell it at its value.
You could have your friend redeem it. You save the fifth. You
didn't have to be makdish it all to begin with, and then you don't even have to give the original value. But yes, the way to do it would be for the friend to redeem it if you want to save the fifth.
Is this are there many Mishnahs where there's no Gemara at all?
You know, we want to challenge Eli to see if he's listening, so we're going to challenge Eli right now and see if he's listening. We won one. We challenged him at the end of this year, so we know he doesn't listen to the end of this year. Now we're going to challenge him at the beginning of this year. Eli, how many times does our Shas have that it quotes just the Mishnah with no Gemara following? Get back to us on that number, please.
Every day we're going to question at different times.
Well, we've got 1 day left. So.
The earliest Gemaras, we have some review manuscript. The earliest Gemaras had the Mishnah right at the beginning, the whole parak.
Oh, really? And then they...
And the Gemara was on the whole Mishnah. The division of the Mishnah into different Mishnahs
cool.
was a later thing, and that's why the division in the Mishnah is not the division is
Fascinating. Okay.
Which right mine is it?
Hadron Allah Chalokech Uber Chamoiro Hadroch Allah. Okay. Finish the first parak of Bechoros. We're almost a quarter of the way there, Rabbi Sai. Says the Mishnah. Halokeach ubar paraso shalom v'kachavim. Now this Mishnah, Rabbi Isai, should ring a bell. This Mishnah should ring a bell because it's also the first Mishnah in the first parak regarding Pater Chamor. If you remember, we had 5 cases when we dealt that a goy is involved in the ubar of the Chamor, whether there's a chiyuv Pater Chamor or not, whether when you're a shutaf with a goy on any level, there's a chiyuv Pater Chamor, we saw it some focus, right? And now we're and pasting here by a behema tahora. Okay? Same, and it's the same 5 cases, if you recall. Halokech ubar paraso shalom v'kachavim. If you're buying the ubar of a para, meaning the guy owns the para and he sells you the vlad. Ve'hamoicherlo, or if you sell it, af al pi she'eno rashai. How come you're not allowed to sell this behema? Because we learned, Chazal instituted, you're not allowed to sell a behema gasa to a guy for a couple of reasons, right? But basically, so that you won't come to do a voda with it on Shabbos or Yantif, yeah? Even though you're not allowed. Or if you're shutfin in this ubar, in this behema, or if you're an aris, right, and you're working it for the vlados, and then you share the vlados. Or if he's your aris and he's working it and he gets a piece of the vlados, patur min ha-bechora. In all these cases, there is no pidyon of bechora. You're patur from bechora. Shenemar be Yisrael avalo be'acherim. Period. Okay. So again, once there's shutfa, it has to be a pure bread belonging to a Jew. Once there's a goy involvement, we learned also in the first parak how much does the guy have to own. We saw machlokas over there. Is it enough just if he owns a piece of the ear or a piece that would make him an avela or a treifa, right? But the point is, if there's shutfas, you're buffer. HaKohanim v'alavim chayavim. They are also chayiv in bechayra. Shelo nifteru mi bechor tahira ela mi pidyon haben umi peter chamor. The only thing Kohanim and Levim are pater from is from pidyon haben and from Peter Chamor. But regular Bechara of a Behema Tahora, which is what we're discussing in this parak, they are Chayavin. Okay, ask the Gemara. My Iri, the Tani Uber Chamoro Beresha, Vahadar Tani Uber Parasa. Listni Beresha Uber Parasa, the Kedusha Sagufu. Vahadar Listni Uber Chamara, the Kedusha Stamimu. Kedusha Saguf we know is a higher level of Kedusha. So why don't we start with the higher level of Kedusha Saguf, which is a behema tahora, and in the second parak we should discuss Peter Chamor, which is a behema tamea. Says the Gemara, Amri b'Ma'arava. They said in Eretz Yisrael, which is the Ma'arav west of Bavel, right, west of Iraq, Iran. Therefore, Eretz Yisrael is called b'Ma'arava. Amri.
Thumbs up.
Okay, so it's 1 up. 1 up. You lost yesterday's bet, Ellie. Check out the end of yesterday's shir for our quiz to you. Amri b'Ma'arava Ibais Ema Ay Chavivale Kidrab Chanina. One answer is the reason Peter Chamor is because the Chamorim were very chaviv. Why are they chaviv? Because they helped Klal Yisrael when we left Mitzrayim. Right? We said that Klal Yisrael had to carry all their spoils. How did they carry all their spoils? The donkeys carried it for them. They had, each one had, the Gemara said, had 9 donkeys laden with all sorts of spoils, gold, silver, and whatnot of the Egyptians. And as a karsatov to those donkeys, so therefore we started out the parak with them. That's what Rab Chanina said. That's the first answer. V'bai Sema, second answer, Aidi dezutrin milay de behema tmea pasik v'shadilay. Since there are very few halachas regarding behema tmea, so we wanted to get it over with. We just said, we'll spend the first parak with behema tmea, and then we'll spend the rest of Bechoros on all these other halachas.
Why not give the simple answer? Ma'al Bechoros.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well. Well, I guess. Okay, here's the statement. Let's pay attention to this statement very, very carefully, because this statement is going to carry us through to Amud Beis. And if you have this very, very clear, then basically the rest of the Gemara is going to run. Okay? Rav Yitzchak bar Nachmani, Amar Reish Lakish, Mishum Rav Oishia. Okay? So, the Mandamar is Rav Oishia, and he makes the following statement. A Jew, Israel, Shenasan Ma'osel Ovid Kachavim, that gives money to a guy, yeah, Bebehemto, for his behema. I want to buy a behema from a guy, and I give him cash for that. Bedinehem. So the halach is Bedinehem. We'll see what that word means in the Gemara. Af al pi shaloi mashach, and even though you didn't do a mashicha, you're kaineh. V'chayeves beBechora. And now, when that behema gives birth, so you have a chiyuv bechora on the offspring of that behema. Okay, meaning there's a proper kinyan from the guy. Let's clarify. We know
Money
that
is koneh from us.
Oh, very good. We know there's different types of kinyanim to buy different objects and whatnot. From a Jew, we know just giving money to a Jew is not enough. That's not considered that you own that item. You have to do a kinyan meshicha, where you have to pull it, even not into your rishos, that's something else, but you just have to do a kinyan meshicha, about something else. By a guy, kinyan kesef is what makes the kinyan. Once you give the guy money, or once the guy gives you money, so that there is a kinyan on that.
Isn't the deraisa even by a Jew?
We'll see on Amud Beis. That's a machlokes whether midaraisa mos konos or not. We'll see that in Amud Beis. Fine. Anyway, so Rav Aishia seems to make a very innocuous statement. Yisrael shenasan mos lo v'kochavim bebehemto bedineim afal pi shaloi mashach kana v'chayeves b'chara. Even though you didn't do a kinyan meshicha, you're kaina, everything is good, and you're chayv b'chara. And the flip side as well. Oivet kochavim shenasan mos leIsrael. A guy that buys, that gives money to a Jew, bebehemto, for his behema, bedinehem, again, we'll get to that word, afal pi shaloi mashach, even though he didn't do a kinyan meshicha, he's kaina. V'pater min b'chayra, and therefore, any offspring born from that behema now is pater from b'chayra, because the guy owns it. Very straightforward statement.
Because the kinyan wasn't made.
Because the kinyan was made, because he gave cash. Transfer cash between a Jew and a guy is a kinyan, period. So if the guy gave me money, he bought it. If I gave him money, I bought it. That's what Rav Aishia said.
Check the same.
Pardon?
The check is the same.
Check is the same. You can look up modern posting, but
It's a start.
okay. Amar Mar. Now we're going to analyze these two statements, the Reisha and the Seifa of Rav Aishia. Amar Mar. Yisrael shenah also even kochavim bedineim afal pi shaloi mashach kana v'chayv b'chayr. That was the statement Rav Aishia made. Let's analyze. My bedineim. What does this word mean, bedineim? Inema bedineim de gufe. If we want to say that the kinyan kesef works because just like bedineim, meaning just like you're kinda a goy eved, how you kona a goy eved, how you kona his guf, what's the bedineim, meaning begufam, how you kona an eved begufo? With money, yeah, use money. Bedineim de gufe, and now you have a kavachomer, dasi bekavachomer. In gufe kani le Yisrael bekesef, if you can buy the guy's guf, his body, an eved, you can buy him with money. Dichsiv l'reisha sechuza, because the pasuk says l'reisha sechuza, when you own an eved kanani, so you should hold on to that eved kanani, so you could give it off to your offsprings. L'reisha sechuza, and ikishu akasav la'achuza. Ma'achuza niknis bekesef shtar v'chazaka, and just like you buy land with kesef shtar and chazaka, so af evet kanani nikna bekesef, so too in evet kanani we see you can buy bekesef. So if that's the case, then mamono lo kol shekain. Who? And maybe that's what Rav Aishia is coming to say. There's a very simple kal v'chaymer, right? If I can buy a guy his guf with kesef, right? Because I know that from Stei Chuzah, then certainly I can buy his mammon, which is a much more easier sale. I can buy that certainly with money as well. Ask the Gemara, well, if you're going to follow that logic, and that's what Rav Aishia said, so in Cain, afilu b'shtar v'chazaka nami. So then the case should be they should also be allowed to buy with shtar and chazaka, and that we know is not the case. V'oid, and a second question, Yisrael mi Yisrael yochichu. If you want to do straight up kal v'chomer, how is a Jew kona a Jew eved ivri? With kesef, and we know that kesef kinyan in between a Jew and a Jew don't work. You need mashicha, yeah. The gufe kanile bekesef and mamono b'mashicha. So you see very clearly that this kal v'chomer doesn't work, yeah, because a Jew vel Jew yochichu. Ela amar Abaye. What does it mean bedineim? It means bedineim shepaska lahem Torah. It means the halachos that the Torah set forth for the goyim. What halachos did the Torah set forth for the goyim? The pasuk says, "Oy kana miyad amisecha." If you look at the side, the pasuk says, "V'chitim kuru memkar lamitecha." Oh, kana miyad amitecha. When you're going to make a sale to your friend, Oh, kana, or you purchase from your friend. And when we use the word miyara mitecha, that's mashma kinyan meshicha. I'm taking it from the hand of my friend, meaning I'm doing a meshicha. So this pasuk is referring to a kinyan meshicha, and the word uses amisecha. Yeah. So v'chitimkru min kara lamisecha. I'm reading the pasuk. Oikana miyara mitecha. The end of the pasuk. Lo tonu ishasachiv. You shouldn't have ona, which we'll get to later. Okay. Anyway, in any case, what does it mean? Bedineim shepaska lahem Torah. What halachos did the Torah set for the guy? Oh, kana miyad amitecha. When you make a kinyan meshicha, it has to be miyad amitecha. Miyad amisecha hu b'meshicha, hamiyad kochavim bekesef. So you see that the Torah set forth, when I do a kinyan from a Jew, that's meshicha, and to exclude what? A guy. So what kinyan do I do with a guy? Kesef. Okay? And that's what Rav Yishia was saying. When I make a kinyan from a guy, bedineihem, and they want to follow the dinei of the Torah. The dinei of the Torah is I'm koneh kesef.
The goy is not in the pasuk.
Huh?
The goy is not in the pasuk. Mashiach.
Correct. We're excluding him from Mashiach, which means we're giving him kesef. Ask the Gemara the following question. Maybe the pasuk says as follows: Ve'ema over kochavim klal klal loy. Maybe what the pasuk means to say, and Rashi points out, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have any kinyanim. Maybe it means that a guy is not Bechoros kinyanim until you bring the object into your rishus, right? Maybe there's no Mashiach or Kesef that works until you bring it into rishus. Amri lois hakadaita. Kavachaymeru. No, we have a kavachaymer. Im gufo konem mamono. Im gufo konem mamono l'kol shekain. If we know you could use money to buy his guf, so certainly his mamon. Ask the Gemara ve'ema miyada v'kachavim adi ikatarti. Maybe what the pasuk means to say is miyara misecha. From a Jew, you need a kinyan meshicha. From a guy, you need both. You need meshicha and kesef. Maybe kinyan doesn't work till you have both. Says the Gemara, Amri v'lav kavachaymeru. No, gufay ba'achas mamona b'shtayim. We know you can buy the guf of the guy with money. Now you're going to come and tell me metaltalin you need money and meshicha? Makes no sense. Metaltalin is an easier way to be kainah. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. So obviously one's enough. Which one? Money. Ask the Gemara, maybe what the pasuk wants to tell you is as follows: Miyada misecha is a kinyan meshicha for the Jew, and for the guy you have a choice, or kinyan meshicha or kesef, one or the other. Says the Gemara, no, do miyada misecha. No, it has to be similar to kinyan of amisecha. Ma misecha bechada, afayvet kochavim nami bechada. Just like a Jew, there's one kinyan that works, namely kinyan meshicha. So to buy a guy, there's only one kinyan that works. What kinyan is that? Kinyan kesef.
Why should it be a problem that there's no kinyan for a guy?
The Torah excluded them from Mashiach. The Torah says the guy's head space is in money. Once you transfer the money, I'm done. I'm good. The Jew's head space is I have to get it. I have to make a move. It has to be my Rishon. Okay, that's the Reisha of the Bryce of Rav Yishia. Now we discuss the Seifa. It's really going to follow more or less the same logic and the same pattern of thinking. It's really pretty straightforward. Amar Mar. V'oivet kochavim. Now the flip case. A guy wants to buy a behemoth from a Jew. So he gives a Jew money. We said that's good enough for a kinyan and he doesn't need Mashiach. Amar Mar. V'oivet kochavim shenasan ma'os le'isol bebehemto. Bedineihem. Again, we're going to follow the same line. Afal pi shaloi mashach. Even though the guy didn't do a kinyan Mashiach, he's kaineh upater min ha-bechayra. There's a proper kinyan and he's pater min ha-bechayra. My bedineihem. What does it mean bedineihem? Okay? Ilay ma bedineihem de gufe. If it means just like you find. How is a guy kaineh a Jew? If a guy wants to be kaineh an eved, how does he do it? With money. So if we mean bedineihem meaning with money, mishum dasi b'kavachomer, we have a kavachomer. If you could buy a Jew, if the guy could buy a Jew with money, so then certainly you could buy his mama, you could buy his metaltalin with money. Says the Gemara, not true. We already disproved that kavachomer. Because how is a Jew koneh a Jew? How is a Jew koneh an eved ivri? With money. How you koneh is metaltalin? The Torah is makbid b'mashicha. So you see that's not a good kavachomer.
How do you, what's buying and selling of Jewish slaves?
What's the problem?
The fellow owed money, he was done it for you. It's not you pays money for him. It's an annulment of a debt.
Based in sells.
Or he gets sold. Yeah, he has a right to be sold. If he didn't have money to pay back and he can't, so he can get sold to the guy, and the guy has to pay for him. Yeah, and he pays with cash.
Or he can sell himself to pay off his debts. Or
He
pays
can
him.
as well. Yeah, he can as well. It's not
That-
positively
paying
wrong,
off a
but
debt
he
is
can.
not the same as paying cash for something.
Correct. It's not just that he gives his body and he pays off debt. If he has debt, he sells himself. And Yisrael yochichu de gufo kanui bekesef mamonu b'mashicha. Ela amar Abaye. We're following the same Gemara. Ela amar Abaye b'dineim means b'dineim shepaskalem Torah. What's the dineim shepaskalem Torah? B'chitim karumim kar amiz la'amisecha b'mashicha haloi v'kachavim bekesef. So we see very clearly, a Jew is b'mashicha, a guy is b'kesef. Ask the Gemara the same questions. Maybe a guy, no kinyanim work until you actually he brings in his rishus. You see kinyanim work by a guy. So a kinyan works by a guy. Maybe the guy needs both Mashicha and Kesef in order to own something. Says Gemara, no. If you could buy a Jew with Kesef, you think he needs to use two kinyanim to get metaltalin? Makes no sense. Maybe one or the other. Says the Gemara, just like Amisecha, Nami be'achas. Okay, so we have it laid out very clearly that Amisecha teaches us the kinyan of a guy is with kesef, the kinyan of a Jew is b'meshicha. And we learned that from Amisecha because it excludes the kinyan of a guy, excludes a guy from the kinyan of Meshicha.
What's the relation with what Roshaya says? Roshaya says something that we don't There's nothing to do with Chova. I mean, if the Israel owns
It really, it's correct. This is like a kinyanim dik sugya.
So chayevet b'kol Torah, no relation.
Tangential, right? It's so much yours and just yours that you'd even be chai b'bechara. Because we learned in the Mishnah that if a guy has any level of shutfus, you're pater legamre, right? So over here, it's such a proper, strong kinyan when you buy it from a guy with kesef that even though it's sitting in his deer still, it's still in his rishus. That kinyan is such a proper kinyan that you'd even be chai b'bechara. Okay, that's what I think is the chiddush. Okay, now Amri Ulei Meimar De Amar Mishicha Ba'avid Kochavim Kaine. Now we've got a problem because a Meimar says that Mishicha by a guy works. So now what does he do with the word Amisecha? If he comes to exclude a guy from Kinyan Mishicha, a Meimar holds Mishicha by a guy works. So what does he do with Amisecha? So Hanicha Yisavar Lakrab Yochanan. The Amar Devar Taramos Konos. This is Daddy Corn Booth. Here's bring up your point. Okay. Now, if you want to set up a Meimar with Rabbi Yochanan, and Rabbi Yochanan says Devar Taramos Konos, and Meshicha Loi, yeah, and Meshicha is not Kona, only Kesef is Kona. So then Ahani La Misecha. So then I can learn the word La Misecha. How? La Misecha Bekesef. Meaning a Meimar is going to say the following thing. A Meimar says, really, Dvar Torah, Kesef is koine. Yeah? And now what does the pasuk come to teach me? La misecha, Meshicha works. Yeah? La misecha bekesef. You can use money because Mos konos Dvar Torah. So La misecha, Mos works. And Lo avid kachavim. And what's it coming to exclude? A guy. Lo avid kachavim b'Meshicha. You can do Meshicha. Ella isavar la karesh lakish, but if you hold like Reish Lakish, Da'amar Meshicha Mefureshes Meina Torah, and Reish Lakish holds Meshicha is Mefurash in the Torah, yeah, that works in the Torah, so then La Misecha b'Meshicha, and Lo Eved Kachavim b'Meshicha. So now what's La Misecha coming to tell me? I know Kesef and I know Meshicha. So what's the Torah coming to tell me?
Here I'm saying that either kinyan works with the goy.
Yeah. So then La Misecha Lamali, exactly. Either kinyan will work. Yeah, exactly the opposite. So Amri, La Misecha Atamach 0 no. Via tamachzir ona leknani. When we read the end of the pasuk, the pasuk said, "Lo tonu ishes achiv." Says Ameimar, that word lamisecha is coming to exclude the end of the pasuk. Lamisecha, you can't do ona'ah. You can't do ona'ah lamisecha. You could do ona'ah tagai. That's what it's coming to teach me. Via tamachzir ona leknani. Ask the Gemara, what do you mean? Leknani me'al tonu ishes achiv nafka. The pasuk says, al tonu ishes achiv. Your brother, you can't do onah for, which means for a guy, you could do onah. Says the Gemara, chad beknani v'chad behekdesh. No, one is a knani and one is hekdesh. Lamisecha and not hekdesh. Utzrichi. And I need both limudim. Why? Because of Rahman Achad, Hava Mina Leknani, who de'en lo onah. Aval hekdesh yesh lo onah. Kamash Malan, the pasuk, there is no onah by hekdesh either. That's how our Maimer would learn. Okay? Now, that all works very well. Hani chalaman damar gzelo asur. Okay, that works very well if you hold that it's asur to steal from a guy. So then the Torah comes to tell me, by the way, it's asur to steal from a guy, and gzelo asur. Hainu itzrich kra lemishra onah. It's asur to steal from a guy, and comes along the pasuk to tell you, but you're allowed to be ma'anahem. You could charge him significantly more than its real cost value. That you can do. That's what the Torah comes to teach you. Ela isavar la kaman damar gzelo shoknani mutter onami bai. But if you hold, you're of the man damar that holds it's usher to steal from a guy, so I don't need to tell me, the Torah to tell me that if you hold that it's mutter to steal from a guy, then I don't need the Torah to tell me that onah of a guy is also mutter. If it's mutter to steal from him, obviously onah is also mutter. So then what's the Torah coming to teach you? Amri, isavar la kamandamar gzelo mutter. Says you're right. If you want to set up a meimar as holding like the manda amar that gezel of a guy is mutter, so al korcha krub yochanan sfirulei, then go back to the original teretz that he holds like Rabbi Yochanan, that Dvar Torah mos konos, mos konos, and therefore la mitecha teaches you b'mashicha. Fine. Next, end of that sugya. Well, we have a kasha on that now.
We
Yes.
all know that Gezel B'Koy is also.
That's how we paskin.
Right.
Yes, okay, we got there. Yeah.
Because the meat
Rabbi Rishon would like, for the sake of the tzibor, says we paskin gezel is usher.
It's been a mic.
But the Gemara comes to say that onah is mutter. And Tasagoy is mutter as well.
the meat is chasidus.
When you're talking about goy,
No.
That's by onah. Tasagoy means chasidus to return as well.
when you're talking about goy, we're not regulated by the laws of that, and they steal themselves the whole time. But in a society where the goyim are regulated and don't steal,
So then you can't steal from them.
you're not allowed to steal. And the other point to note is that Gemara talks about viata machze no, which means giving it back after you've done it, but not. It's not mutter to overcharge.
Right. Also very important. Correct. Very important point. Itamafsir means you can't return it. Very good. That's very important. Itamafsir means you don't have to return it, but that doesn't mean that you're allowed to do it lachatchila. It's also to do it not even though extra.
Are you saying that here in Israel, I've learned that all the Arabs steal all the time? Are you allowed to steal from them?
First of all, it's not all there. Second of all the company do. So yeah.
Okay. So now, now
Way past the.
we're going to ask him Rav Oshia. Rav Oshia said that you're kainim metaltalim from a guy bekesem. That's how we set it up. This is a very, very sadistic Gemara, by the way. Daf Yud Gimel and Bechoros is very, very important because it's mamish kinyanim by a guy and a Jew. We learn from this. So this daf, you can remember anything in Bechoros, remember Daf Yud Gimel. Yeah? I didn't mean to say that. That was bad. Okay, it doesn't matter. So remember Daf Yud Gimel. It's mamish a sadistic daf.
What watching?
What happened before?
Can't say. Yeah, because I don't know. Okay, Meisvei, ask the Brisa. Halokeach rutos mino evet kochavim. Okay, now also the very, very important Brisa to get very clear because the rest of this Amud is going to take us on this on this brisa. Okay, so underline this brisa. Levi, that was for you. Okay, Meisvei. Halokel grutos mina oiviko. You take scrap metal from the guy. You take a bunch of scrap metal from the guy. V'matza b'hem avodas kochavim. And suddenly you find in the scrap metal a little getchka. Okay, you find some avodas kochavim in there. Im ad shelo nasan mos mashach. If before you gave him money, you did mashicha, yachzir, no problem. You could return it. Okay, you could return, say, no, it's fine, and just return him all the scrap metal and say, I'm being mevatel this kid. I didn't make a kinyan. Ve'im mishe nason ma'us mashach. But if you gave cash and you did the kinyan mashicha, yolichana liyam melech. Yeah, then you have to take that avodah zarah and you have to throw it in the Yam HaMelech because we know it's also to be nene from avodah zarah.
The whole package, just that?
No, just the avodah zarah. Just the avodah zarah. Okay. So what do you see from here though? That you also need a kinyan mashicha. You, Rav Shia, said kinyan kesef is enough. Why do you bring me a brisa that seems to say im nasan mos and you did a mashicha? Only then can't you return the item. Via Markmos Konos, Mashicha Lamali. Why do I need a kinyan Mashicha? Says the Gemara, Hacha b'mayas kinan, shekibel alav ladun bedina Yisrael. Here we're talking about a case where the guy said, I'm going to follow your kinyanim. What are your kinyanim? My kinyanim are Mashicha. So everybody's going to jump up and ask what question? If that's the case, why is money of any significance over here? Ask the Gemara, Ihachi mos lamali. So why do I have any question regarding the money, whether he gave money or not? The whole kinyan should be Mashicha. Says the Gemara, Hachi Kamar. This is what it meant to say. Af al pi shenason mos I mashach in I loy. Even though you gave money, we look at the Mashicha. If you did a Mashicha, then it's a kinyan and you have to take it to Yam HaMelech. If you didn't do a Mashicha, it's not a kinyan and you can return the scrap metal. Ask the Gemara.
Someone to derive from this, if you've got an agreement between two parties to do a transaction with some other sort of kinyan, other than your own opinion, then it's valid if the two parties agree.
Yeah, clearly.
The others say
Arbitration.
we both agree.
So if you shake hands and you say Mazel Bracha, it's a kinyan.
Oh, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that at the very end over here.
No, when two parties that specifically agree,
Diamond market.
a kinyan should be done through a shaking hands.
Ask the Gemara like this. The Gemara asks, if we're setting up that the guy agreed to the Dinei Yisrael, and it all depends on Mashicha, well then let's look at the Reisha of his statement again. The Reisha said, Im ad shelo nasan mos mashach. If you could return it. Ask the Gemara, how could you return it? Ihachi kasha Reisha. How could you return it? Amar Abaye Reisha mishum deika mektos. Really, kinyan Mashicha works. But over here, there's Dinei Yisrael, right? There's a mekachtos. When I made this kinyan from you, the guy, and I did a proper Mashicha, and it's mine, but suddenly I see here an avodah zarah, so whoa, I never agreed to buy an avodah zarah. It's a mekachtos. Take it all back. Amar Abaye, stop. If Reisha mishum mekachtos, then Seifa Leika mekachtos. The Seifa is also mekachtos. How come you tell me once you did King Mashiach, you gave the money, you can't return it and you have to take it to Medina Sayam? How come? It's a mekachtos. I never meant to buy avodah zarah. Elama Rava, so Rava comes up with a new pshat. Reisha v'Seifa mekachtos. It's really all a mekachtos. So how come in the Reisha, if I didn't give him money, I could return it, and in the Seifa, once I gave him money, I can't return it? Reisha de lo yazuze lo mechze ke avodas kochavim biyad Yisrael. In the Reisha, right now, what's the situation? What's the setup? The guy is there. I have all the scrap metal, and I have an avodah zarah. Now people are going to see me giving him back the avodah zarah, right? Giving him money. It looks like we're making mekach umemkar on avodah zarah. Says Rava, you can't do that, right?
Because the guy's just going to subtract it out.
Since I didn't give him money yet, I could just push back the avodah zarah and everybody sees. I didn't do anything. It's fine. But Seifa, the Seifa of the cases where I already gave him the money, right? And I did a Mashicha. So I own the scrap metal. He's got the money. right? So now if a Rava really, it's a mekachtos and I could return it. But how's it going to look? Now it's going to look like I'm going to say, here, you take this and you give me cash. It looks like I'm doing that. I'm selling a Avodah Zarah. Says the Torah, don't do that. Stop. Just take your loss and go throw it out in Medina Sayyam and have a good day. Seifa diyav zuzei misi kavod kachavim b'yad Yisrael. Don't do that. And that's what the Brisa came to teach me. It's not a mekach umemkar thing. It's going to look bad. Okay? Ve'abaye. How come Abaye said that's not the case? Only the Reisha is a mekach tos. Abaye amar lecha, no. Reisha is a mekach tos. Why? De lo yada. The halo yaev leizuzei. Because I didn't yet give him money. I only did Mashicha. Right? And now I see this Avodah Zarah. So I said, stop, take it back. What about the Seifa? It's also a mekach tos. I didn't mean to buy this Avodah Zarah. Says Abaye, wrong. That's your fault. Once you give money, Rabbi Isai, once you hand cash to somebody, it was your responsibility to check what you were getting. And if you didn't check what you were getting, that's not a mekach tos anymore. Now you see there's a Avodah Zarah there, too bad, you're stuck with it. Go throw it out in Medina Sayyam, and that's not a mekach tos. Once you hand somebody cash, we assume that you know exactly what you're getting. Seifa lav mekach tosu, dekevan diyav zuzei, ki kamashich, you should have checked first what you're purchasing. Since you didn't, that's not a mekach tos. Rav Ashi sets up the situation a little differently.
Sell it back to a guy.
You may not sell it back to a guy. Absolutely not. You have to throw it out. You can't get any form of hana from it. That's recouping some losses. You have to go out to Yam HaMelech and say, you should have known what you're getting. You have to go out to Yam HaMelech and throw it out over there.
The Mishnah, it sounds that the Mashiach comes first. So you have two cases. Or you just Mashach, or you also gave Ma'od. So
correct.
It sounds that first you Mashach,
correct.
And then you give Ma'od.
Correct. So I did a Mashicha, and now the question is, did I look or not? If I gave him money and I didn't look, says Abaye, that's a Pshia. You're negligent. And now pay the price. Rava says, no, that's a mekach tos.
You did Mashiach first.
It doesn't matter what you did first.
Then you didn't give him the money, and you could just take it back.
That's correct.
Because you didn't give money.
Rav Ashi says, really, let's go back to the original statement. Really, we're not talking about where he agreed to Dinei Yisrael. It's really, he wants to follow Dinim of the Goyim, and it depends on the money. Yeah? It's just Derech Agav. Okay? Really, it has nothing to do with Mashicha. It has to do with Kinyan Kesef. The Reisha, there's no Mashicha, you could return it. In the Sefer, it says Mashach, you can ignore that. It really all depends on the Kinyan Kesef. That's a very simple answer. And Ravina as well, it says a very nice Chiddush. Ravina says, no, we are talking about where he comes to be done in Dinei Yisrael. And it depends on Mashicha. Yeah? Ravina Amar, Mid the Sefer Mashicha Koine, Reisha Nami Mashicha Koine. Yeah, so how come in the Reisha you did a Mashicha, you didn't give money, you could return it. How come you could return it? V'Reisha Hachi Kamar. Here's the Chiddush of the Reisha of this statement. Im loy nasan v'loy mashach yachzor. You could return it. What does it mean, yachzor? Ma yachzor? Yachzor b'dvarim. Meaning, of course you could return it. If there's no Mashicha and I didn't give money, of course I could return it. All it is that you and me said, hey, listen, we have a deal. I'm going to buy that scrap metal for $50. And the guy says, sure, no problem. And then I come back and I say, you know what? Forget it. I don't want it. Says the Brisa, Yachzor, no problem. You could return. What's the Chiddush? Yachzor b'dvarim. You could return. Kasavar, because this man holds, Dvarim yesh behem mishum mechusrei amana. And this is what you were referring to, Daddy Kornblood. There is value to words. When you and I agree to something, that is a level of deal. That is a deal. And now when you return back, that's called mechusrei amana. Yeah, suddenly you're not Rabbi, you're not trustworthy. And Chazal are not very happy with that. Your word has value. The Hani Mile says the Gemara, Hani Mile Yisrael mi Yisrael. That's talking about a Jew and a Jew. When Jews' statements have value. And when I talk to you and you and me agree on a deal, a handshake or a dibur means something. And that's a closed deal.
That's considered a
The kaimi b'diburayu, that's a level of kinyan. It's not a level of kinyan that can't be chayzer, but Chazal don't look proudly or happily at a person that goes back on that. Aval Yisrael me'oivit kochavim, but a Jew from a goy, the inu lo kaimi b'diburayu lo. Since, and this is referring to Rav Schomburg said, just like goyim, they steal, they also lie. Yeah, their words are not really value. They don't mean it when they agree just in words. So too, you're not held up to that level of standard when you're dealing with somebody who's not trustworthy in his words. So then you have a right to go back on the words as well.